All right, I think we are ready to get underway here at Hawaii 501, coming at you live from the Cavalier in Austin, Texas, presented by City League Darts and our special host for the night, Mad Matt Cresson, who you can't see on camera here just yet, just off to the right side, has supplied the decorations, the lays, the skirt, uh, uh, straw skirt deals, whatever they're called. We are just out here to celebrate Wayne Mardle. Been live for quite a few minutes, but no one told me. Why wasn't I told? That'll be the extent of the Wayne Mardle jokes, I think, for today. We'll see, though. I don't know. Never know how spicy I'll get. But I am on borrowed time here. Hard stop in about a little less than 2 hours to rush home for some dinner. Have some leftover lasagna we're going to reheat. So that's awesome. Of course, leftover lasagna, one of the best things to have as a leftover. Take it out frozen, throw it in some foil, put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and you're good to go. You can do as low as 20 minutes, as high as 40 minutes. Doesn't matter. It's all going to be good. Lasagna. It's what's for dinner. And I think these players are about ready to get underway. In fact, they might have already. No, they haven't. So it looks like we'll be expecting a cork any moment now. All right, just going to check with these guys, see if they are getting underway. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Omar just made it clear enough. So, got some pull-offs coming in here. A little bit outside there for Omar. He's leaving it in. Don't know if they're going closest or if we're doing a PDC style here. We will find out. So they're doing PDC style here. So a couple outside and a third. So Omar with a 25 or 50 to take the cork here. This opening match on our feature board. So running a straight knockout here. We've been doing some round robin formats traditionally for City League here at the Cavalier. That's on Tuesday nights. But here for the special 501 exhibition installment, going to do a little knockout, run through it a little quicker, hence the extended format, best of 5 all the way through here, rather than the traditional best of 3 shootout style we do. Got 3 boards of action running. Just 10 folks, I think, 10 or 11 folks playing in this event. Uh-oh. And we've been having some of those cam drops, which I've been attributing to cables. So I think I gotta get the right cables figured out here for that thing. Fortunately, just a quick little unplug, replug from my end right here in the booth. And that's all we need to do to get that all reset. I don't think he was able to find the treble 20 there with that. Oh, no, he does. Indeed, is Omar. So now I'm suspecting maybe it's not a cable issue because it seems to be like when there's a lot of motion right in front of that board, it needs to do a big refresh. That's when that camera starts to freak out a little bit. So maybe I'll have to adjust that position on the Aki cam. Make it slightly less susceptible. Perhaps asking too much of these old iPhones. It's an iPhone 8 currently giving us that view, and I think I'll just maybe interrupt these players after this leg is concluded. And this is why we're doing it here, to test out this functionality, to make sure that we are ready for the prime time. All right, now we're having disconnects with the USB hubs here. What a mess. Hopefully it's getting cleaned up. We will see. I hope to rope someone in here in a little bit to talk more about what we got going on here. In fact, it looks like our illustrious host, Mad Matt here, might be willing to jump on the mic and say a couple of words. Let me see if I can get him in here. Mad Matt. What up, JD? Do you want to give our fans an overview of what you're doing here?
How loud do I need to be?
Just talk normally.
Okay.
All right. So what are we
Okay.
doing here? How did this idea come up? How did this concept come up?
Hi. Mad Matt Cresson, famous for doing a lot of dumb things.
Of Quarantine League fame.
Yeah.
You might know him from the photo chat, perhaps from the Constant Station Club chat. I don't know if you ever get into the YouTubes.
I'm overwhelmingly flattered. Thank you. So it is May 1st. It is 5:01. It is the classic calendar day for all things darting. And in honor of the idiocy that also, dwells in all of us, 501 become Hawaii 501. Threw a little bit of Wayne Mardle action going on there. We do have the Pineapple Cup. I wish that it were sponsored by one of the large growers, but
which I will. I need to get a shot of that Pineapple Cup to put on the stream too.
Yeah,
we'll get that for sure.
But it's not. So we were talking about the format on this, but basically we're hoping that this becomes a thing that we do in the future. Simply because it is fun to get a bunch of people together and enjoy the nonsense, have some drinks, and throw some darts. Who knows if those darts are going to be good? But whenever there's a trophy, there's something on the line.
Brilliant. Cheers. Enjoy the match.
All right. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, so there you have it. And it looks like that. Nope. Of course, that thing's not surviving. All right, I'm gonna jump out of the booth and get this thing fixed up real quick. Got one more cable to try here. They're still diagnosing the weak link in these camera setups. It's just something about the actual connection, I think, with this particular iPhone, which is more powerful and capable than the other one. The connection and the different links between that and the computer, just something's not working out there, and I gotta figure it out. But I'm not giving up just yet. Great. So now we just lost all the boards here. No, there we go. So we can reconnect to board cam. Can we reconnect to the Aki cam? We cannot. All right, giving up on that Aki cam until the end of this match. I mean, there's no reason for you to not be doing commentary here, but it's just, I don't know. It's not as fun not looking at the players on that half, just kind of biding my time, trying to make sure I swoop in quickly and get these cables swapped out. Let's take a look at the averages for these players through a little more than 1.5 legs. So yeah, good bit of a disparity there. Are pushing over 16-point advantage, but still early days. And it really is a shame that the Aki cam is one that's down because there's all this silliness behind it to watch at. You could argue that with this sort of tournament, the board is the least interesting thing going on here on the screen. This feels like the leg that will just never end. And still will never end. Couple of wires, 3 wires actually, on the 610 split. And then inside the double 16, outside of the double 8. Oh, just back in time for the Wayne Mardle. He missed the big number. God, my British accent is so bad. I mean, most of my accents are really bad, but holy shit, that one is just Wayne. I'm sorry, man. I do not mean disrespect as much as it might sound like it when I try to do miss the big number accent. I'm just naturally that much of an asshole. Oh, and Tom is unhappy with that visit. Can you blame him? You can't. Let's see if Omar can clean it up for the win here. Oh, not a terrible dart inside. Would have preferred to have left it high. He was going to miss. Try to set up a marker. No bother, though. Finds it on the second. Gets that job done. And we will be back with y'all. All, I think, 1,500 folks in the stream watching this now. Just always a massive turnout here for these Skill League streams. We'll be back in a second once I figure out who is coming on here next at the Hawaii 501. All right, I think we got a cork underway here. And I believe both players threw outside, so we'll be seeing this again in the reverse order, as y'all didn't even see Darren start going there. Or, no, maybe they're just doing closest. I don't know. I think they're ready to go. So let's bring up this scoreboard. I believe it's Darren to throw first. Indeed, we are underway. Still in the last 16 here. It's the final match of the last 16 before we mosey on into the quarterfinals. Interesting start for JD, who might be perhaps more accustomed to cricket. Throwing those cricket numbers. I guarantee you he wasn't aiming for 16s right off the bat, though. He could fancy himself a 19s shooter these days. Finding no trouble adding up the 316s and then the 6-7s using the Darts Atlas checkout assist functionality. As Darren tries to shuffle some of the cables I've laid. I try to lay them out of their way, but clearly not fully enough. Maybe next time I'll set some bear traps for them. All right, well, we got full Rasma in effect here in the second match on our streaming board. Full Rasma indeed. Well, so we're doing part of the reason I'm streaming this event, because obviously this is not a serious thing. We're not really playing for keeps here. But I am testing out this brand new computer setup that I bought, which one of the main intentions with this thing is being able to produce 4K, at least 1080, but ideally 4K streams. So this is the first kind of proper test of that functionality. So far, the computer itself seems to be holding its own. Some of the camera connections, I don't think I can say the same for. However, that's certainly to be expected if you're trying to run 4K outputs from 7 to 8-year-old hardware. So all signs are really good so far. Very encouraged by this. Looking forward to heading back home later and watching this on a replay, as I do not have a 4K monitor accessible right now. So I've got pixelation going on and all sorts of artifacting, but I'm pretty confident that's largely due to just the monitor I'm looking at, the display here in-house. And of course, our lighting environment, particularly with the AkiCam, is less than ideal. Just absolutely outrageous natural backlighting, just blowing through from that back window. And meanwhile, in front of it, absolutely no lighting sources whatsoever on the players. I mean, seriously, not a single light on James's face here. So we're working with what we got. But what we got seems to improve every 6 to 9 months in a pretty dramatic fashion. So as long as I can stay encouraged, then I'll keep on messing with it. Well, the math might have been a little thwarty in the openers for James. However, that's been enough to put him ahead here. However, of course, as I'm in the middle of saying that, Darren goes and pops in a ton 40 to even it up. However, James has absolutely taken away the darts here in this leg. I hate that. Some beat math aware action from 180. You got to go 60s all day. I mean, it's just, I don't know how many reasons I can even try to give. Don't even know where to begin to describe how bad it is to not go 60s there all day. But listen, no one ever accused James Gilligan of employing proper math on the dartboard. Okay, that's definitely not a label that he has earned, is likely to earn in his life. So is the case with most of these players. I'll be honest. Turn thrower as well. Uh, like I said, right? I mean, God, these the narratives write themselves, don't they? Oh, I mean, I don't like. What do you even say to that? What do you even say to that? I don't know. I might have to get out of the booth here. I don't think I can handle this. Yeah, I can handle this. Y'all deal with this shit. I can't do it. Okay, sorry about earlier. Oh, these people just get me so upset. It just I can't handle it. Oh, a bona fide author joining us in the chat. Richard Hanley speaking to the Dart Math, saying he accidentally busted a 180 once in a tournament. I do remember that. I wasn't there, but I vividly remember the recap that we were explained in the photo chat. And I believe there was an ensuing discussion on whether or not that counted as a 180. Richard, I believe you did count it on your 180 count for the year. I'm a strong opponent of that, but hey, listen, just in the vein of City League darts, you can go your own way. Whatever you want to call any dart, listen, for how bad we all are, it doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't. And so if anyone else, so Richard or anyone else from the EPO Dart League, the FODL, the Don't Forget to Save and Exit Your Match Dart League, is watching, this host, Mad Matt Crescent, is K-Ball 02 fame from the Twitch chat. So worlds colliding. We were not able to get Here Hold My Beer, Will Tuttle down here. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure if Will was aware of this. I'm not sure what kind of promotion was happening around it. I don't know. I don't even know how I show up at these things, to be honest with you. Which is interesting, because I show up with about 150 pounds of gear every time, but whatever. Well, for any streaming or tech or OBS nerds in the chat, if Lush or the Grubs or Dilly or Radar or Crim or even, man, at this point, God, it's Fireman and who else streams photo stuff? I don't even know. Anyway, this Mac Studio, you running the M1 Max, just have not pushed 13% on the CPU usage here, running these two 4K inputs, two USB microphones. Yeah, rocking the full 4K. doing about a 25,000 kbps bit rate out to YouTube. And the trick with this thing was enabling the Apple like VM or VHC encoder or whatever, some Apple hardware GPU encoding thing. Just absolutely slashed my CPU usage in the 4K resolution. So very happy camper here, I must say. I don't like bringing all this stuff every time. Like, I had to literally bring a 23-inch computer monitor into the bar. Like, what an asshole. What an asshole. But that's the things I do for the darts. Uh-oh, looks like we've suffered another camera drop here, though at least it's been a while. So let's see if this time a quick little unplug, replug will get us back in business. Hey, how you doing? All right, I mean, if that continues, it's not the worst situation in the world to just shake it loose. Of course, best avoided. All right, let's see if Darren can clean up this 81, 57, 24. Should be the target. However, what the target will be. Okay, so 45, 36 isn't the worst, but now the question is he going to do a 16? It's probably not. Nope, he's going high. Yep, not even giving himself a shot at the double. You know, I hate everyone, and hopefully if you're new to American darts, this will help you get an understanding of what we're dealing with here in the States and maybe why we haven't had any full-on breakout players in the PTC. Because from 158, we go to the bottom of the board. Because from 100, we go to the bottom of the board. Because with 66 and 2 darts in hand and your opponent on the finish, we don't go 16s. And believe me, these players know. In fact, both these players, James and Darren, have played on streamed leagues that I've run during full-on quarantine. So it could be the Quarantine League. I believe I might have mentioned it in the past. And they've heard the math taunts, my harassment. They are well aware of my crusade. You know, other players, a Dave Weiland type, for example. Again, see, here we go. Like, couldn't believe it hitting 3 from the 102 to set 99 with darts. You know, Dave Weiland would be throwing that 3 just to piss me off, fully knowing that he shouldn't be doing it. These players, however, much more innocent, much more innocent. They're not trying to get me. They are just being true to thine selves. I'm sure that thine doesn't pluralize, but I don't know. It is what it is. Deal with it. So that leaves the bullseye there. So I think that James did the math. He did know that he had 26 that left 50. Pretty confident that third dart was at the bull. So I'm thinking he wanted the 16s from the 76, perhaps. Would make sense. Double 5 here for Darren to try to clean it up. Not a terrible effort, but again, if you're going to miss that, you want to miss high and not low. It should be the 6-10 split here for James to leave the double of 16 or 18. Double 16, I believe. Double 16, it is correct. Double 16 remains elusive. And that's why it's an awkward tidy up there for 5. See that second dart backhanded in disgust after throwing that single 20 with the first. Life pro tip, don't do that. Just checking back in the chat, Richard, very much appreciate your expert commentary on the streaming bitrate. I do have some notes I'll send you a little bit later, and I think we should have a talk about RJ45 versus RJ11 connectivity and whether we think the 802.11 AC or G standard would probably be best for a sort of high bandwidth, low latency configuration, such as we are operating here. Now, not like I need to tell you that, though. Come on. I don't mean to be patronizing here, and I'm sorry if it came across like that. You know. Yeah, meanwhile, Grubb's trying to figure out the math. To Grubbs, I'll tell you what, man, like right off the bat, like just to be honest with you, if you want to try to play that game, if you want to try to rationalize, if you want to try to make sense of any of it, just shut down. Just turn the stream off right now. Just get out, leave, get as far away as you possibly can from this shithole of innumeracy. Shithole of innumeracy is the City League Darts subtitle, or like tagline, like our brand slogan is shithole of innumeracy. You thought it was you could go your own way. That's the unofficial slogan, but yep. Innumeracy, an ever-ending problem. Grubb's asking about the video encoding. No, it's Apple hardware encoding that I've switched to. So OBS default is the H.264, and when I was reading up on like 4K streaming with the M1 on OBS, the recommendation was moved to the Apple encoder. I can't remember if it was so there's 3 options for encoding for the video: H.264, Apple hardware, or Apple software. So I went with Apple hardware because I'm assuming that optimizes the GPU cores or whatever. Yeah, because it seemed to work. But yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah, Crumb saying you saw a bunch of that bad math in Cleveland, recently returning from the Cleveland Darts Extravaganza, the Cleveland, Ohio, United States Darts Extravaganza, not to be confused with the Cleveland Festival of Darts in the United Kingdom. Shout out to all you fine folks who run that over there and who are looking forward to running your first series on Darts Atlas, I believe in the fall. That's going to be a lot of fun. I saw all those events on the calendar from last year on the the MAD schedule, and it looked like a just absolutely fantastic weekend. I think it was a long weekend. So yeah, very, very glad to have the Cleveland Darts Festival gang on board here with Darts Atlas, along with many others. And if you did not catch the ADC, the Amateur Dart Circuit action this weekend, highly suggest that you find some replays on YouTube and on Facebook. Really fantastic stuff out of the Rayton Arena, kind of around the Newcastle area, the northeast of England. The Rayton Arena, formerly the Rayton something, some other word, not arena. The first home, the home of the very first World Cup darts, the very first PDC World Cup darts. Same venue. Grubb's asking what YouTube ingests. Not sure. It's a good question. Haven't gotten that far in my Googling. Or haven't had the sufficient problem to Google the right thing to find myself across that answer. Just a 65 there. Points on the floor from the beard. So James here is once again taking the darts away, but does not seem poised to capitalize. Is that a 160? Oh, 160. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, could have been worse, I reckon. That's a 168. Oh, it's a 164. Wow. Okay. Well, talk about being out the wear. Anyway, as you all know, it's a lot different trying to run the math as a commentator, just like not playing in it. My math is solid on the Aki. I certainly have my lapses in the booth. Grub saying the stream looks great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking this thing out at home on my proper 4K display. The other thing I'm considering is doing 1080 outputs, but then still delivering video cam feeds at full 4K so that I can do a bunch of board cam reference videos sources and recrop for all the different targets on the board and do like a zoom with the cropping on there, but that never actually becomes a digital zoom because you're never actually pushing the resolution the 4K is delivering. That's sort of the next frontier because the actual PTZ cam that I have that I've debuted in several of these broadcasts before only pushes out 720. So definitely cannot put a 720 source in, mix in with any of this stuff. That would look absolutely terrible. So that camera's out. That's done. I don't know what I'll use that for in the future. But possibilities. Possibilities. And if you're part of the gang that was here in the Cavalier earlier asking what we were doing, if this is going live, what the URL was, feel free to give us a shout in the chat here if you're watching, or just shoot us a note. You can contact me, Matt at cityleaguedarts.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you're in Austin, get involved. Plenty of darting opportunities for folks around town. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, looking to improve your game, looking to meet friends, just socialize while you have a couple of drinks, whatever, we will accommodate it all. Grub saying our attire definitely fails the WDF dress code standards. And you know what? I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Big fan of, I think it was Sam Cromwell in yesterday's semifinal. It was the quarterfinal match on the live stream from the ADC in Newcastle or Tyne-and-Wear. Rocking the like basketball shorts and trainers with his Loxley Dart shirt. I loved it. I eat it up. That is the kind of dude I want representing the darts. That's the kind of dude I want representing Darts Atlas, honestly. I mean, true fantastic stuff. What a absolute thriller of a match that was. And honestly, again, the action all weekend. I wouldn't be shilling this if I didn't think it was genuinely fantastic stuff. Yeah, catch the recaps. The darts are awesome. The production is fantastic. The callers, the stage presence, like the Carl Reddit and booth on comms. I mean, you could think you were watching a Euro Tour event with all the way it all came together. You could throw that whole event on the PDC TV, and folks would love it. All right, let's pop out some stats here, shall we? Kind of been neglecting that for a while. So much more parity in this match than we saw in the last one, and that's also reflected in the scoreline. So you see that barely 8/10 of a mark separating these two players through a little over 3 legs. Again, we're here in the round of 16, but this is the last one, so I'm pretty sure that any other match that you see going on here is going to be quarterfinals, so we'll have one match waiting for the winners here, for the winner here, excuse me. Winner here, only one winner. We do a lot of very weird stuff with darts in America, but having multiple winners of a match, from what I've seen, from my experience, is not among them. However, again, my experience is very limited, and I wouldn't put it past America to do some match where there's 2 winners. And that's not even a participation trophy culture comment. That's just a darts loathing comment. And I don't apologize. All right, going to take a quick break from the booth here. We'll be back in some moments. All right, just joining us back here, Repat in the chat, totally getting it at this event. Everyone gets laid indeed, and we are going to have a special, extra special little view coming up with our host, Mad Matt, wearing the full-on straw skirt to boot. And we will get him featured on here in just a moment. I think we have a refreshment break while I get this new match all set. And it will be Mad Matt Crescent going up against the Beard Darren Ross here in just a couple of moments.
All right, there we go. We're starting off today at Darren already with a triple 20. Nice and smooth. Ooh, follows up. 120. That's inside. Yes, it is. Ooh, goes for the double 14. All right. Kills it. First game goes to Darren. Matt now. Trying to capitalize. Trying to come up in his darts. All right, starting off with a mighty 22. Darren, all right, with a 95. Can't see it from this angle, but it's looking like a 45. Good grouping. Just missed that ton, yeah. At 23. Yeah, 42. There's Darren's chance right here to pull away a little bit. Ooh, 41. Everyone's leaning into it, yeah. Looks like it's just right under. Right, 59. Solid 60. I'm pretty sure he wishes it was just right under to get that 180, but it's just right there. Oh, there you go. Is that a ton 40? I believe so. Shot. Oh. Let's see what they're averaging. All right, you got a 1 plus 20. Look at Matt with that 1 plus 40. It's not bad. The averages are pretty high up, you know, normal for a nice Sunday. Everybody's a little buzzed. No one's fully aware, but hey, we're here. We're shooting. All right, this is what we're getting. Let's see what Matt comes down to. Okay, he goes for 18. Thinks about it. $72 left. Right under. 68. Since I with a 50, yeah, hey. Nice little red dot bull to end it. Oof. Wow.
What a shot.
Wow.
Darren. Let's go, Darren.
Wow. Darren, the beard. Showing no remorse in this.
This is the best out of 5 match, so we got a 2 for Darren.
That's 2 for Darren.
Matt's looking a little frustrated.
Yeah, Matt
but,
needs to
His focus
His
is
match
there.
chance.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
come
yeah.
back
It
on
looks
this.
like he's focused. Oof.
Darren's got his line,
Oh, 40.
making
Nice
him
and straight.
kiss.
Ooh,
Just a little off.
I can see why he didn't want to go for the 20. He thought it might fall off, but
I see it.
40.
We get a ton.
Oof, just
Ooh.
under it. 43.
Unlucky.
Okay.
Oh.
He's keeping that first two on 20s very consistently. $21. Ooh. The mighty 26. Everybody falls victim to that number. Ooh,
Okay.
and there you go, the 80. $99. Darren is been consistent today so far in this
Very
match.
consistent.
Yeah, he's been nonstop. Oh, there you go, Matt. Let's see if he can hit that 240. Ooh, there's a ton. Puts him right back in, keeps him close to Darren now.
Ton,
Tryna-
baby.
Trying to keep it close. Oh, it looks like Darren's giving him some space. 26. Tell you, everybody falls victim to that
Darren's
number.
giving him some room.
Yeah, yeah. This is
I can come back right here. He
up
needs
to
it.
Matt now.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
no, go
fine.
ahead, please. All right. 58.
Darren really needs to hit solid right here.
Let's see.
20.
Oof, just missed that treble.
Darren's his own
Let's
worst
see if
enemy right now.
Matt
He's
can
getting
save
close.
himself. And now, ooh, just over the wire on the fives. Oof. Gets him down to the 100s, but still not an out in sight. Darren now has to take advantage of this. We'll see how he does.
Have the audio running through this one too, where I can hear what you're saying. It's like,
Let's see if he
Let's get
gets
that
himself
ton.
down to under 100. Oof,
Ooh,
60.
60
All right,
solid.
nice close starts, but pretty sure I know he wanted more than that.
he's gonna need to hit those triples to come
Yeah,
back.
those
from this,
triples
though.
are crucial.
He has to start hitting triples.
Mhm.
But
28.
Darren's beating himself right now.
Yeah,
so
Darren's beating himself.
Matt has a chance. We need a ton right here. Ooh, unlucky. Matt is wiping the sweat off his head. Dancing around that triple. Matt's really got to clean up in order to stay in this game. He's liking them twos, which is what we not what we need right
Not
now.
what they wanted for him. Let's see what he goes for this out here. All right, 48. What do you think? He's going to go for a 12? Oof, 19. That hurts.
Not what he was looking for.
Oh. Let's see what he wants to set himself up for the next round. All right. See how Matt does. You think he'll go for 16 bullseye, or you think he's going for the 16s and try to leave himself a 32 out?
16 bull would be amazing.
That'd be nice.
I don't think that's what he's looking for.
All right, 56. Ooh. Just under.
18.
Almost up himself over to 40. 18.
Saw what he was doing there, though. Darren's talking to the booth.
All right. Let's see what Darren now's up with a
Looks like
15.
we might
All
have
right.
a
Doubles.
missed math situation,
Ooh,
but
he's at double 4 right now. Oof. Just over.
unlucky. The effort was
He
there.
lived himself for 3 nice darts. Let's see how let's see what Matt does now.
Bring
How's
it
that
down.
double 12? He has 2 more darts left
Set
for
up
that double
his,
12.
his line. Under
Double
double
six
six.
now. We'll see what 6 is. Oof.
Ooh,
Too far out. He
Like he
doesn't
was
like it.
scared
You
of
can
it.
tell.
unfortunate.
There you
We
go,
got it.
Darren. 3-0 sweep.
Darren wins this match.
Great darts from Darren. Started off today. Just look at that, 55.67 average.
average.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Great
that.
match.
All right, we're
And
gonna take a
Darren
quick
moves
break
on.
and see what that leaves us off to.
Apologies for the brief delay in the scoreboard there. I was asleep at the wheel, and surely Steven didn't just throw 2. Are we going to see a correction? We are not. He did. I don't know what to say. It's a 48 score. We'll see if there was just something weird that's going to get accommodated. No, straight up 2. And I'm just going to clarify this just to be extra sure. Confirmed. Confirmed. It was a 2. I was waiting for a score correction the next visit. It didn't happen. I'm like, going the JDS. Show me the 120. I don't. What is this guy? What is this guy? This is welcome to the 501 Classic. Oh my gosh! I got to turn my mic down a little bit here. Steven, no more fucking Merlot. Am I right? The man's here on camera to put on a show. Saying he almost went tops for an 80 out his first match. Meanwhile, I was informed by the source himself, Darren Ross, he went 60-60 double 7 for a 1-3-4 last match that y'all saw here. Woof. Woof indeed. King Rod joining us in the chat. Apparently didn't get enough darts this weekend at the Cleveland Extravaganza. Welcome, King Raj. Joining us here for some quintessential City League darts. We were having some hiccups with the Aki Cam earlier, but I swapped that out, replaced the old iPhone 8 with my new iPhone 13, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. Long may it continue. So we won't see bad math from Gilligan here, but what we can expect to see, and not applicable here, but there will be instances where he just loves to throw into crowded beds. He will have darts. There will be a brick in front of the treble 20 bed, like literally blocking it. I mean, like physically, atomically impossible for something the size of the point of a dart to get through it. And damn if he isn't still just throwing right at that thing. I tell you, I don't condone it. It just is what it is. And again, this is City League, where you can go your own way. Go your own way. Well, that'll do it. 10, 15, 36. For a rather tidy 6-1. Better than the 2 of last leg there from Merlot, so can't be too upset about the 23. Well, not wasting much time getting going here. Mid-70s, just through one leg, so we would expect that to come down. However, would not be surprising in the least to see several of these players throw something in the mid-70s through this abbreviated best-of-5 format. Through 3 legs, we've definitely done it before. Through 5 legs, yeah, again, not out of the realm of possibilities here. Meanwhile, we have the most expensive game of Hungry Hungry Hippos going on behind the Akis. We've got it's actually like a novelty size. You know how there's like gigantic Jenga that you can play at bars? Well, we have like gigantic Hungry Hippo, and instead of playing with the hippo mouths and like the smasher that extends them, you just give a kid a pool cue, and he's just gonna scrape that thing all along the felt. And just gradually will help those balls make their way into some pockets, much like the hippos with hunger. Oh yeah, and the reason it's the most expensive game of Hungry Hungry Hippos is because it's like $1.25 every time you play it. Explaining to Mad Matt here in the booth how the backdrop of our screen here is a Hungry Hippo on a billiard table at like a buck and a quarter a pop. So Shelby, if you're watching, baby, do you want kids?
You can pick your venue, but you can't pick your customers.
All right, Steven, with work to do here. Gilligan has proper taking the darts here in this second leg. This is an example where he's just switch down, but he's going to throw into it. He's going to block it out. He's going to jump out. Oh, nope. Okay, switch to the 18s. That was definitely a switch. That was not a miss. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Should I give him the benefit of the doubt or not? I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's 94. So it's not. It was just a math thing. Yep, so if not been 94, he would have continued on that target, and it would have bounced out. Guaranteed. Triple 20 for double 8. $16 for tops. By the book, plays Mike Gilligan. Oh, he'll stay down there on the 8-16 wire. Well, he'll leave himself with 24, I think. Or 16. Okay, yeah. Okay, right. Yep. 48, 42, 16. Either way, all the pressure here on Merlot. Be enough to set up a finish. But a rather outside range one. No pressure on this double 8, though Mike certainly expects to hit it. 23 dart break. 24 dart break. Should have up to 27 at least, though, here. Highly unlikely that this 153 is going to go. Impossible that this 153 is going to go. So I expect this first start to go a little bit outside of the double 8, the requisite. Well inside, as it were. Not good. Not good. Better, though, honestly. If you're not going to hit the double 2 on that third dart, you want to be hitting that single 15. I'll tell you what, you just want to bust that thing. You don't want to leave yourself 4 or 2. You don't want to do it at all. We do it this time. 3 more at the double 8. Not going to be 28. Not going to be 29. Oh, there it is. Doing us a favor to place that dart such that the point is just over the first two and visible. Oh, and meanwhile, look at this absolute belle of the ball, this beautiful lady back here in the helmet, because you can never be too careful. My wife, Shelby, everybody, Shelby Beer, am I right? Wow, great ton 40 there for Mike. Looking to put a stamp on this thing in 3 quick, tidy legs. All right, well, for our standard, after 12, to be down to 2-5, maybe that's a little bit off, like what we would maybe be happy about. We'll consider that sort of mediocre. Mike will not be happy with that. What is the average here? Yep. So down to upper 50s, and that upper 50, mid to low 60 range is a bit more like what we would expect out here. Yeah, Steven, you see that shake of the head in frustration. Expected a good bit more than 70 after finding that early treble 20. The height was good. The line was just a tad off. What the setup here? We want 4 from 172. Could still be 4. Could not be. No, actually, still could be 4. Still, no, could be 4. Could be 5 though. Could be 5. It's not the most terrible ask of 5 here. So guarantee we're looking at a dart at 12s here. Mike Gilligan not once in his life has he ever thrown anything other than the triple 12 from 72 with 3 darts in hand. Double 18 for the win. Double 9 for the recovery, but he doesn't need to do it. His opponent way outside. And I don't know. I don't know what you do in that situation. I don't know what you do. I mean, I guess you throw the second dart high and not inside instead of marker, I guess, right? You kind of throw it to the top of the wire above on the 18. Do not leave yourself 18 with a third dart. That might not be, yeah, nope, that is still just outside of range there for Merlot. So Mike for the awfully untidy cleanup. All right, well, it's clean so far. That's a good first start at that double 4. And a great follow-up for the win. Little rocky in patches there, but does well to get across the line there. Mr. Mike, keeping that average high enough, near a 60 through 3 legs. And we continue. Except without me, as it is dinner time. Well, I don't know. That ship might have sailed. We will see. Either I'll be back in the booth or we will just shut this thing down in a few minutes. We will see. Stay tuned. All right, I think we're going to call it a day in the booth here. Got the proper 4K test underway, and it is time for yours truly to heat up some dinner and go eat that thing. So, massive thanks for all y'all for tuning in here, giving me some feedback. And until next time, why wasn't I told?